Ladies and gentlemen, as you take your seats, we will be joined by this year's graduates of the Columbian College of Arts and Sciences. Graduates, ladies and gentlemen, please rise and welcome the faculty of the Columbian College of Arts and Sciences. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dean of the Columbian College of Arts and Sciences and his distinguished guests, joined by this year's Luther Rice and Undergraduate Research Fellows.
Please be seated. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Michael King, Marshal of the Columbian College of Arts and Sciences. On behalf of the Dean and the faculty of the Columbian College, I am delighted to welcome you to this celebration for our baccalaureate candidates in the 197th year of the George Washington University. We congratulate all of our graduates and join with you, their families and friends, in celebration this weekend as we share sincere pride in our graduates' achievement. In addition to greeting each of our graduates and celebrating their accomplishments this afternoon, we will also honor faculty excellence in student mentoring and teaching. Each year, a representative group of graduates of the college, on behalf of all of the graduates, are asked to nominate a member of the faculty to speak on this occasion. This year's faculty speaker is Antonio Lopez, Associate Professor of English. Professor Lopez.
Class of 2018, it's great to see you. Thank you. Congratulations. To get ready for today, I watched YouTube videos of prior GW faculty speakers. I asked, what's my contribution? Actually, my first question was, this is going up on YouTube? I'm going to deliver 71 views, I promise. I propose that a Columbian college degree is a kind of Swiss Army knife of the liberal arts. I'll talk about 3 of its tools. Each is a mnemonic device and metaphor. Magnifying glass, toothpick, corkscrew. They help on your journey. I'll explain. Consider the magnifying glass. It makes what's normal weird. When magnified, for example, your thumbnail turns into a wrinkled lunar plane. This is what great art does. You know the musical Hamilton? It's not just that Hamilton puts performers of color in roles of historical white women and men. It's that it transports us to the reality that revolutionary black people wearing gowns and ruffled shirts really did exist in the 18th century. Of course, I'm talking here about our Haitian sisters and brothers. Shout out to Haiti. Earlier this spring, I had coffee with Kenzie, a graduate. She was in town after moving to Minneapolis after graduation. She went there out of curiosity, wanting to go someplace completely new. I admire her for that. By moving, Kenzie made what's normal weird. Crucially, she narrated the experience to others, and then even more crucially, to herself in all its joy, self-knowledge, and yeah, maybe even disappointment. That's the kind of achievement we, your mentors, also write about in our letters of recommendation. If you marvelously thicken the plot of your life story as Kenzie did, we'll eagerly megaphone it to the world. Now that toothpick, dangling insouciantly from the corner of your mouth, it says, perform unreasonable self-confidence. Society is full of unreasonably self-confident evildoers. You may have read the news lately. Your unreasonable self-confidence is good. Joining me and Kenzie for coffee that day was Olivia, also an alum. Olivia got a job at an advertising startup on the strength of her writing and critical thinking. One day, her boss asked her if she could do graphic design too. Her response, she'd get on it. She learned enough commercial art to produce that precious thing, a workable draft of her assignment. I wasn't surprised. Olivia came to my office hours in U.S. Latinx literature one day and asked, why do we study Latinx authors in a separate class? That's a hell of a question to ask a Latinx studies professor. It was also a productive one. We discussed social justice, academic institutions. What's important today, however, is Olivia's nerve. She provoked questions and showed a belief in herself then and now. In the years to come, I'm sure we'll all say the same about all of you. Finally, the corkscrew. Making wine flow, it welcomes unexpected strangers. Offer hospitality to those who, in their unforeseen arrival, affect you in ways you can't anticipate. It happened to me. Writing a book about Afro-Cuban writers and performers in the U.S., I spent months looking in vain for details on the death of a certain performer. The trail went cold in the 1930s. One day, my book already published, an undergrad at Louisville emailed. Bombshell. The performer I'd been looking for was his long-lost great-grandfather. Even more, the performer's daughter, this undergrad's grandmother, was alive. She'd last seen her father in the 1940s. Did I want to meet her? Here was an example of how our work in the liberal arts bears directly upon the lives of people. I went to Louisville. I met the daughter of the man in my book. Together, she and I faced a challenge. In the book, I'd shown that her father, the performer, was in fact Afro-Cuban. All along, the family had believed he was white from Spain. Though the revelation was heavy, and though it hit then and still now at the heart of identity in the Americas, this woman was remarkable for the way she generously welcomed me, her own unexpected stranger, into her life. I'm still wrapping my head around how I impacted others in this instance. I know they impacted me. I suspect many of you will find yourselves feeling this way about someone you'll meet and the bonds you'll make as you cut your own path. I know you'll be ready for it. Graduates, the next stage is upon you. Luckily, your families have all Amazon Primed you a buff and blue Swiss Army knife as I spoke. All of us, your lucky teachers, couldn't be prouder or more excited about your future. Thank you. Congratulations.
Robert W. Kenney, who served as Dean of Columbian College, was particularly supportive as a department chair and as Dean of Quality Teaching, especially in introductory courses. When Dean Kenney retired, his colleagues honored him by endowing a prize to be awarded each year to faculty in arts and sciences nominated by the students who have demonstrated an imaginative or innovative approach to teaching in an introductory or basic course in a discipline. This year's winners of the Robert W. Kenney Prize are Professors John Sides and Danny Hayes of the Department of Political Science. Professor Hayes, would you please join me at the podium? Regrettably, Professor Sides had a prior commitment and could not be with us this afternoon. Professor Sides and Hayes were nominated by their students and colleagues for redesigning the format of Political Science 1002, Introduction to American Politics, to create a more engaging pedagogical approach for this class. Instead of the standard midterm and final examination structure, they overhauled the class to give daily quizzes based on the day's reading and previous lecture. Grounded in pedagogical research, this format pressed the students to stay up to date with the readings and review the previous lectures. In the end, everyone, faculty and student alike, worked harder in the class, but the class performance on the final demonstrated that students had learned more than in previous semesters. Students have commented that they found the quizzes to be a helpful way of remembering the material, and there was an additional benefit as they prepared for the final to go back to those quizzes. The curriculum was impactful, they report, as it focused not only on theory and history, but also on their connection to current political developments. Of the faculty, the students noted that Professor Sides is expertly organized in every way, and that Professor Hayes' lectures are dynamic, culturally relevant, and energetic. For their revision of Political Science 1002 to promote active learning and student participation, and the praise each receives from their students. For the enthusiasm and excitement they both bring to the classes, which inevitably holds the students' interest, the college is pleased to present Professor Danny Hayes and John Sides with the Robert W. Kenney Prize for 2018. Congratulations, Professor Hayes. Dean Elizabeth Chaco will now present the Columbian Prize for Teaching and Mentoring Advanced Undergraduate Students. Dean Chaco.
Thank you, Professor King. This year's Columbian Prize for Teaching and Mentoring Advanced Undergraduate Students goes to Professor Brenda Bradley. Will you please join me, Professor Bradley? The Columbian Prize for Teaching and Mentoring Advanced Undergraduate Students is awarded to a regular full-time faculty in the Columbian College of Arts and Sciences who demonstrates excellence in the teaching and mentoring of advanced undergraduate students. With this prize, we recognize exceptional achievement in one or more of the following areas of work: teaching an undergraduate advanced course, advising students, directing undergraduate research, designing a capstone experience, or mentoring students who achieve departmental honors and distinctions. Professor Bradley is a geneticist and molecular anthropologist whose work bridges behavioral ecology and evolutionary genomics. An exceptional teacher and research mentor, Dr. Bradley teaches courses that examines the genetic evidence of human origins, distribution, and adaptation. Through these themes, she challenges students to think about the anthropological questions, such as, what is the genetic basis of human difference from other animals? Do biological races exist? Why are some people more vulnerable to certain diseases than others? Her courses equip students with critical skills to understand the science of genetics and genetic technologies as well as their impacts. According to her students, Professor Bradley fills every lecture with passion and excitement, engaging students by blending knowledge of our ancient ancestors, close primate cousins, and modern humans in a way that is accessible to all college students. She actively encourages undergraduates to gain experience in conducting research and presenting it in a professional setting. In fact, 2 of her undergraduates presented first author papers at the American Association of Physical Anthropologists conference this year. Professor Bradley uses innovative methods to maintain student engagement. For example, she has her students post to the GW Human Evolutionary Genetics blog. She fosters intellectual as well as social interactions in her lab meetings. These meetings not only provide a forum to give students feedback on their ongoing research, but include elements such as motivational games and prizes, a summer book club, setting non-academic self-care goals, and even a Festivus party. Thank you, Professor Bradley, for being such a wonderful role model to our students, and congratulations on your very well-deserved Columbian Prize for Teaching and Mentoring Advanced Undergraduate Students.
Each spring, faculty nominate an exceptional undergraduate who has evidenced outstanding scholarship through a composition, research paper, or project that expresses originality or demonstrates depth of knowledge as our distinguished scholar in the college. Jacqueline Dyer is one of our distinguished scholars for this year. A native of Norman, Oklahoma, Jacqueline came to GW as a presidential scholar and member of the University Honors Program. At GW, Jacqueline has enjoyed a busy 4 years as a chemistry major with minors in math and physics while managing to build a 3.99 GPA. Her favorite classes have included freshman year UW class on Dutch art in the Golden Age and her junior year physical chemistry class. Since sophomore year, Jacqueline has been conducting analytical chemistry research with the Vertes Research Group. Her projects have included derivatizing nanophotonic structures for ionization sources, chemical imaging of biological tissues, and analyzing the chemical composition of human tissue in chronic wounds. This work has led to co-authorship of one paper and the opportunity to present her work at multiple conferences. Outside of the research laboratory, she has served as editor of the GW Journal of Young Investigators, helped as an undergraduate teaching assistant in biology labs, and enjoys tutoring chemistry. After graduation, Jacqueline is looking forward to continuing her chemistry career and serving her country as a nuclear propulsion officer in the United States Navy, where she will oversee propulsion systems aboard nuclear aircraft carriers. Jackie.
Thank you very much, Dr. King. And congratulations to everyone for finally making it through the last 4 years. It's been crazy, or so I've heard. I was actually in the library or the lab the whole time. For me, research has been a huge part of my time here at GW, and I honestly fell into it sort of by accident. Freshman year, my general chemistry TA asks, "Hey, are you interested in research? My lab works with lasers." I thought, yes, I absolutely want to be able to tell everyone that I work with lasers every day. So I went into research as a sophomore, not knowing anything. I'm sure everyone here has had a similar experience. Whether it was your first internship, a new job, an interview you were only kind of prepared for, we've all been there. That moment where you sit there and think, oh boy, I really don't know what I'm doing. But 3 years later, and I'm so glad I stumbled into that opportunity, I went from really confused to only sometimes confused, and stand here today, graduating, as proof that you really can fake it until you make it. For example, when I first started research, I was afraid to touch anything. I mean, some of those instruments are worth more than 4 years of college tuition, and we all know how much that is. More than that, I was caught up in the idea of running the perfect experiment, an experiment that would go exactly as planned, that wouldn't fail. It turns out it's actually pretty difficult to just outright fail an experiment. Mostly, experiments just end in either expected results or unexpected results. I figured out that every result has value and meaning, even if it isn't the exact meaning I was hoping for. In fact, I found out that most of research, or at least the interesting research, is the product of unexpected results. So now, even though there are some instruments I'm still nervous to be around, I jump into research and I don't worry whether I have the perfect hypothesis or the perfect approach, because the key to a good experiment is to take the unexpected results in stride. Speaking of unexpected outcomes, though, let me tell you about how I decided on a math minor. I actually don't even like math. The worst grade I've ever earned in my entire life was in 4th grade math. There was just something about those problems where you have 60 watermelons and John has 7 apples, so what's the area of the triangle? That really threw me off. After that, it seemed like math was always my weakest subject, and it wasn't until my junior year at GW, 11 years after my 4th grade tragedy, that I started to reconsider my ill will toward math. You know that feeling where you're sort of caught in between being really confident and really insecure? Part of you thinks, oh, I've got this, and another part of you thinks, I'm about to epically fail this. That's the exact feeling I had, sitting there trying to decide if adding a math minor would be overestimating myself or setting unrealistic goals. But then I thought, if I survived starting research without any idea what was going on, why not try math next? So I did add a math minor, and after a lot of hard work, a lot of confusion, and a lot of complaining, I earned it. I can't really say that I enjoyed it, but I'm glad I proved to myself that I could do it. Much like my experiments in math classes, I think life after GW will be filled with unexpected results, obstacles, and challenges. Even if, like me, you aren't quite sure what's going on most of the time, or you're worried about doing poorly at something, maybe the best thing to do is to just jump in, work as hard as possible, and not let anything hold you back. As Ayn Rand said, The question isn't who is going to let me, it's who is going to stop me. Congratulations, everyone, and good luck.
In less than 24 hours, each of you will become a part of the lifelong and worldwide community of 290,000 GW alumni across the globe, the GW Alumni Association. The GW Alumni Association has a rich tradition of recognizing graduating students in each of the schools who has shown a commitment to the university, outstanding leadership in campus and community activities, and curricular and extracurricular accomplishments. This year's recipients of the GW Alumni Association Prize from the Columbian College are Danielle Ciaro and Simisola Tomi Shodimu. Earlier today, Debbie Wheeler, a graduate of the Columbian College of Arts and Sciences and member of the GW Association of Alumni, made the presentation to Daniela and Simisola on behalf of the Alumni Association. A psychology philosophy double major, Simisola has twice served as president of the African Students Association and has been deeply engaged with women's leadership programs among the many activities she's had at GW. In these roles, she has worked with GW's administration as a spokesperson for the multicultural community to improve the student experience. She has also appeared in last year's Power and Promise video to encourage alumni donations for student scholarships. As an alumna, she is excited to continue to be an active member of the GW community and meaningfully contribute to programs at GW. A human services and social justice major, Danielle has been a community advocate for both DC residents and her fellow students through her work with organizations like Lift DC, a group supporting struggling communities, and the Network for Victim Recovery. She has been a service learning scholar with the Honey Nashman Center for Civic Engagement and Public Service, and a peer educator with GW Students Against Sexual Assault, among her many activities. From the numerous workshops she has given, Danielle remains amazed at how much GW's students care and will take the empathy that she has felt forward to serve others. Please join me in congratulating Daniela and Simisola. A number of our graduates have been selected to receive special awards, prizes, or honors. Let me call your attention to the names of those awardees who are listed on the inside of your program. Additionally, this year's Phi Beta Kappa inductees were honored at ceremonies earlier this week. At this time, we would like to recognize the remarkable accomplishments and talents of our graduates by first asking all of the Luther Rice and Undergraduate Research Fellows to please stand and remain standing. And now, would all of the departmental awardees and prize winners who are listed in the program please stand and join them. Prize winners. Would all of the Phi Beta Kappa graduates please stand and join them? Phi Beta Kappa. And now may I ask anyone who appeared on the Dean's List this year to stand as well. Dean's List. Or if you were on the Dean's List any year in attendance, any year, Dean's List. And those of you who finished a capstone paper, an exhibition, a project, in fact, if you finished any exam or paper or special project or juried work or recital, congratulations to all of our honored graduates. Please sit down. Thank you. It is now our pleasure to introduce one by one your sons and daughters, spouses, parents, and special friends whose noble achievement we celebrate with these festivities. In order that none of the names of our honorees will get lost, we ask that you withhold your applause until all of the graduates have been presented, at which time we will join together in saluting all. As Dean Vinson takes his place in the front of the podium, let me ask the faculty marshals to please come forward and introduce our graduates to our guests. Again, please hold your congratulations until all have been presented.
Representing the Department of American Studies, Professor Elizabeth Anker. Louis Morfin. Michelle Cohn. Sophia Navas Sherry. Adam Setorelli. Anton Thompson Givens. Kendall Coleman. Kathleen Floyd. Sophia Balmian Spencer. Representing anthropology and biological anthropology, Professor Allison Brooks. Chinelo Okpala. Catherine Ornelas. Gabrielle Plunkett. Mackenzie Fusco. Zoe Doro. Charlotte Vatier. Madison Chilufo. Sarah Alden. Eleanor Cordiner. Courtney Girsa. Alicia Darby Anaya. John Winans. Lauren Sutherland. Anna Hefferman. Sheil Singh. Susanna Israelson. Madeline Rosenstein. Amanda Abraham. Emily Wasserman. Austin Alana Shamlos. Evan Holmes. Representing the archaeology, Professor Eric Klein. Mason S. Garrard. Sarah Brio. Jack Youngblut. Sarah Soltani. Sydney Thatcher. Hope Elizabeth Gillespie. Samuel Pfister. Representing the Department of Biology, Professor Robert Donaldson. Jessica Debski. Michelle On. Zoe Cantor. Heshem Shalash. Myung Jin Kwak. Ji Kim. Jessica Warner. Shalini Sudama. Tanya Medizada. Paula Maria Cortez Campos. Christine Favorito. Caroline Reynolds. Amelia Grill. Yuri Kato. Shayna Glassberg. Alec Alimonaz. Lida E. Koskia. Nico DeFlorio. Vincent Romero Salerno. Kelsey Kabler. Dean Muggott. Harry O'Gorman. Elena Kapoor. Audra Fain. Madison Dixon. David Hernandez Pinada. Hannah Ure. Zara Shokatia. Vishna Paul. Christy Agbe. Himabindu Gampa. Brinda Tamburi. Christabel Khan. Catherine Kavanaugh. Isvita Marfatia. Yana Kropotova. Jose Ermina. Ranjit Bangu. Acacia Eccles. Jasmine Tutaya. Nina Dabad. Paul Zubinik. Priyana Wagankar. Alaris Rivera Luscenti. John Bean. Camille Druin Ular. Sarah Mermelstein. Madeline Siebold. Douglas McHale. Connor DeCorsia. Elizabeth Filer. Brianna Cummings. Christina Lucente. Melanie Judies. Dheeraj Atmakuri, Edwin Tomey, Ahmed Chamin, Andrea Dragon, James Hebert, Carolina Queiroz Cardozo, Marcy Steger-Cox, Olivia Grace Granger, Adi Jawad, Kirsta Davis, Olivia Faith Cantello, Liam Flynn Spur, Gabriela Rudy, Summer Rudish, Alexa Lowe, Alicia Shoreham, Ryan J. Goidos, Juan Zeta, Paul Butolin, Chris Fletcher, Camille Manzour, Benjamin Ogadebe, Donald Eniawa, Gardy Nicholas, Laura Morgan Kelly, Connor O'Leary, Yusef Saba, Sean Wesp, Alexander Rubenstahl, Amer Musa, Rashika Subakarin, Jonathan Smithen, Jacob Agron, Emily Susan Wendell, Meghna Keswani, Cecilia Rossi, Vinsky Muthia, Hannah Kopilowski, Gary Allen Hovsefen, Mohammed Randi Al-Sabi, Grace Rubenstein, Jonah Heller. Representing the Department of Chemistry, Professor Michael King. Sarah Chanchula. Natalie Falco. Kavya Samudrala. Previn Fonseca. Andrew Lindenberg. Hojin Yo. Logan Malik. Daniela Olaniloa. Samuel Norris. Jacqueline Dyer. Rakita Qatar. Rebecca Rhodes. Nadine Lowe. Sarah D. Marcellus. Aidin Modarez. Molly Lorraine Perkins. Brittany Kate Bernstein. Rachel Madeline Taylor. Fahim Sigad. Representing Classical Studies, Professor Chris Ralston. Jonah Bannett. William Berkery. Harper Hansen. Representing the Department of Organizational Sciences and Communication.
Representing the Department of Organizational Sciences and Communication, Dr. Katrina Pereira. Ahilun Amurthani Agum. Robert Earl Dornbush III. Amanda Ryan. Maya Blair. Ann Streeter. Hannah Bishop. Kia Olson. Olivia Altman. Jesse Rua. Paige Davis. Nina Rosno. Morgan Eddy. Ashna Kapoor. Alexis Lazarus. Abigail Mayo. Letty. Rihan Shen. Brittany Cooper. Lashanet Shang. Grace Gannon. Meredith Claire Phillips. Elise LeMay. Emily Signora. Peyton Lissette. Charlotte Rode. Yujung Cho. Sydney Apple Chozik. Sydney Tretter. Sydney God. Emily Cossie. Caroline Ellen Coulter. Lauren Marissa Turso. Casey Pass Heiken. Morgan Mangera. Colleen Quinn. Lauren Mawakti. Haley Reed. Christina Marie Azevedo. Taylor Amy. Jae-Young Choi. Sam Rothman. Yutong Jo. Representing the Department of Organizational Sciences and Communication, Dr. David Costanza. Kristen Dobson. Samantha Wilbert. Lauren Schumitz. Alexis Sandler. Zachary Stoloff. Lily Greenstein. Camila Tapias. Jamie Yu Hui Mashi. Samara Mayur. Amina Farmer. Suji O. Genevieve Rowland. Claire Keller. Megan Jane Beliveau. Sarah Reswow. Erica Caton. Sarah Bugagas. Sylvie Mockley. Daniel Berg. Sabrina Damaki. Isabel Sabogal. Romy March David. Ian, middle name. Grant Ian Kendall. Ross Andrew Powers. Eugene Chang. Robert Wertham. Matthew Nicholas. Samuel Chunya Chen. Emily Rosen. Mary Jo Mahfood. Fiona Benasaraf. Callista Tavaleli. Zoe Esposito. Miriam Khan. Madeline Katz. Martine Jenna Israeloff. Sama Salem. Mark Andriotis. Dylan Russo. Allison Katz. Jared Silver. Jacob Levinson. Jack Ryan Benson. Representing the Corcoran School of Arts and Design, Professor Dean Kessman. One second. Ashley Polite. Kiara Wilson. Stephanie Chianchi. Lionel Fraser White. Yes. Alma Schoaf. Maeve McCool. Kyle Bryant. Michelangelo Rodriguez. Tina Ruzbehi. Arij Itayam. Julie Victoria Hansen. Jae-suk No. Kimberly Grayton. Yep. Curtis Melvin. Maria Aslam. Tyree Brown. Representing the Department of Japanese Language and Literature, Dr. Leo Hanami. Molly Page. Yuta Watanabe. From Peace Studies, Amara Amadagwu. Representing the Department of Creative Writing and English, Professor Kim Moreland. Noor Dabas. Matthew Minnenberg. Austin Rose. Alpert? Yep. Margot Elizabeth Alpert. Henderson. Julia Weiss. Courtney Zelazny. Emma Bond. Jennifer Henderson. Phoebe Van Allen. Tara Kozowski. From Creative Writing, Dana Marr. Una Intaman. Lily Stern. Payson Maestrich. Caroline Crook. Jason Brooks. Jaron Noisy Hawk. Mary Moore. Sebastian Corrales. Connor Cahill. Leanne McKinnon. Victoria Nguyen. Emma Hunt. Megan Gall. Chelsea Kraveski. Rebecca McAndrew. Alexandra Heyman. Shaka Butler. Elizabeth Hupper. Chelsea Karen.
Representing art history, Professor Mika Natif. Sue Park. Mary Catherine Grassi. Jeff An. Rutayo Chu. Yin Yuen. Adele Kinsell. Lindsay O'Connell. Bridget Ellen O'Malley. Gabriella Wilkes. Natalie Dayan. Kaylin Dowdy. Stephanie Curley. Taylor Weiss. Representing the Department of Geography, Professor Ryan Engstrom. Jordan Gaines. Danielle Fellow. Chad Friedline. Kyle Norris. Mike Rowson. John Michael Quinn. Benjamin Mayer. Lucas Hustler. Patrick Clay Huggins. Charles Nicholas Christonicus. Brian Palazzolo. Thomas Lane. Carter Day. Representing Environmental Studies, Professor David Rain. Christina Savolka. Michaela Mussman. Nicholas Michael. Daniela Heflin. Sarah Chadwick. Jacob Kellner. John Boland. Benjamin Deem. Kesson Soon. Courtney Gabinetti. Nasif Chowdhury. Lauren Lee Feeder. Alessandra De Sisto Furtado. Brianna May Berg. Catherine Dougherty. Jessica Stites. John James Grogan. Lily Anna Siegelman. Hannah Hickman. Representing the History Department, Professor Tom Long. Alexander Matsakudis. Zachary Balkus. Amanda Urban. Veronica Ladu. Zach Sanders. Martha Ball. Dee Wang. Lambeo Chow. Julia Schroeder. Noah Duell. Isaac Strauss. Elliot Warren. Yvette Headley. Terrence Casey. Reed Chapman Westcott. Joe Marine. Samuel Nora. Caitlin Belts. Griffin Orlick. Ryan Linnon. John Marcucci. Keegan Caulfield. Danielle Stetson. Amelia Costello. Alexandra Stokes Thompson. Erica Celia Goldaber. Mary Horn. Christopher Bean. Chris Abislayman. Lydia Francis. Christian Whittle. David Little. From the Department of Judaic Studies, Hannah Rose Finkel. From Geological Sciences, Professor Richard Tolo. Samuel Brunetta. Trevor Dodge. Deal Sillers. Madeline Murphy. Lauren Mitchell. From the Program of Interior Architecture, Professor Catherine Anderson. Elise Christine Hogue. Samira Saladin. Wei Yu. Donwan Choi. Riley James Engelberger. Isabella Salinas. Stephanie Davis. Lindsay Neer. Shannon Turner. Casey Wukeko. Tatiana Sikali. Zachary Stamatis. Representing the Department of Mathematics, Professor Joseph Borum. Sarah Sokolinsky. Eliza Gorin. Anasasi Akunto. Wei Tian. Jigong Shang. Eli Pullman. Will Raderman. Zachary Peterson. Tin Dang. Isaac Staub. Jingwei Yang. Zihan Yu. Yu He. Yifan Liu. Runji Lu. Jiajing Zhang. Yizhen Zhang. Representing German languages, Professor Mary Beth Stein. Margaret McCool. David Skalkowski. Representing Spanish, Dr. Yvonne Captain. Daniel Eisen Rooney. Representing the Department of Philosophy, Professor Tad Zadwitsky. Michael Saltz. Pasha Vafir. Natalie Mathis. Alexandra Gioka, sorry. Daniel Bushway. Alexander Nelson. Jordan Kanegas. Audrey Whitehurst. Maya Spiegel. Adina Eisen. Yona Brombert Gayburg. Olivia Rhodes. Vanessa Newsom. Tyler Lovelace. Christopher Kwabena. Matthew Beers. Representing biophysics, Professor Mark Reeves. Arthur Cronin. Obina Ome Erodin. George Zangiolo. Kara Zalinsky. Representing physics, Professor Gary White. Sophia Donovan. Samantha Lumpkin. Tyler Samuels. Representing the Department of Speech, Language, and Hearing, Dr. Maltid Totati. Eugenia Diaz. Jenna Caforo. Sarah Kim. Rochelle Draper. Danit Azunilan. Shelby Bromfman. Morgan Bryant. Ginger Sands. Catherine Fields. Madison Rosenthal. Maria Baruka. Gabrielle Charles. Alexandra Gail Green. Lauren Simnecki. Phaedra Benotti. Parker Boutwell. Lupita Hernandez. Aisha Azimi. Sartu Abdukadir. Bethany Perez. Special interdisciplinary majors. The Social Sciences of Medicine, Rosalie Mattiola. Media Studies, Matthew Ryan. Costume Design and Technology, Noelle Kramer. Interaction Design, Haley Jensen. Representing the Department of Religion, Professor Derek Malone, France. Leslie Laurie. Jesse Eisenstein. Kendrick Frankel. Connor Elliott. Department of French, students are Devin Michelle Utter. Amanda Nicole Dunn. Palmer Seeley IV. Representing the Department of Statistics, Professor Joshua Landon. Alana Anderson. Arison Modares. Gerard Devoe. Matthew Solomon. Nicholas Salka. Salman Mahmood. Catherine Jones. Sunji Park. Kari Kim. Menchi Ding. Lucia Chen. Jingyang Wu. Siyu Dong. Luke Obi. Min Yang. Qingyang Dai. Yikchao Chang. Zhou Chen. Representing the program of Theater and Dance, Professor John Traub. Kristen Rose Lamb. Karen Kathleen Margaret Givanji. Jennifer Marie Meehan. Eve Simone Schwartz. Kent Harris Rapace. Arya Nawab. Samantha Andrea Gonzalez. Daniel Devner. Grace Mitchell. Kyla Watts. Jonathan Jack Benjamin. Eva Gustafson. Linda Ryan. Representing Women's Gender Sexuality Studies, Professor Chad Heath. Giovanna Francisusa. Hannah Herman. Catherine Dillon. Emily Hine. Alexa Grassfield. Lauren Courtney. Emily Klott. Taylor Lackalade. Representing Early College Program Associate Arts degree, Dr. Sheila Harris. Selah Fazon. Lauren Donahue. Claire Medina. Isa Ortoko. Mateo Berger. Drew Koike. Dev Bojwani. Cabell Johnston. Ryan Henderson. Logan Botts. Tiana Herring. Shada Tribble. Frankie Lopez.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in saluting all of the honored degree candidates here today. Congratulations to all of you. Please be seated. It is now my pleasure to call upon Dean Ben Vincent III to deliver his charge to a graduating class. This weekend, Dean Vincent will deliver his last charge to a GW Arts and Sciences graduating class, as he will be leaving to assume the position of Provost and Academic Vice President at Case Western Reserve University. Dean Vincent joined our enterprise 5 years ago, and like all of you, he too has left an indelible imprint on our institution. During his tenure, Dean Vincent led the integration of the Corcoran School of Arts and Design with our college, collaborated on the opening of the Science and Engineering Hall, facilitated the establishment of new graduate and undergraduate programs and institutes, and launched initiatives for faculty research and diversity in the school. Most recently, he has led us toward a more engaged liberal arts education that combines theory and practice by emphasizing innovative learning and interdisciplinary research. Ben, with wit, wisdom, and good cheer, you have ably led this school for the past 5 years. You have listened patiently, vigorously articulated our needs, and enthusiastically championed our successes. Thank you for the energy you brought to our enterprise and for your commitment to academic excellence. We salute you and wish you much success on your new endeavor. And now, Dean Vincent, I am pleased to present to you your graduating class of the Columbian College of Arts and Sciences, the class of 2018.
Did it again? Yeah, you did it again. Dr. King, thank you so much for those tremendously kind words. And I just want to say it one more time. It sounds so good. Congratulations, graduating class, Columbian College, the graduating class of 2018. You did it. You did it. We are so proud of you at this university. This occasion marks an important turning point in your life. The degree you receive symbolizes the passing of the baton to a new generation. A generation equipped with the power of knowledge and creativity, and armed with the transformative ability to improve the world through your work and your deeds. It is now your turn to confer knowledge, to advance your field, and to move the goalposts of existing intellectual frontiers. So while today marks the end of one journey, I can assure you that your life experiences are only just beginning. Now, as Dr. King conveyed, this weekend marks the final leg of my own journey here at GW. And like you, I'm moving on to a new chapter in life. And like you, I am grappling with a mixture of emotions. Yes, I'm excited about the opportunities ahead, but I'm also feeling a tinge of anxiety, even sadness, as I say goodbye to what has become so familiar. For me, as I hope it has been for you, my GW experience is one that I will always cherish. I truly feel that the connections that I've made here will last a lifetime. And that's really because of you. Every interaction, every meeting, every event, every game, every opportunity to engage with you, whether it was in front of food trucks or at Roti or at a game or in my office, all of these touches, these experiences, have made a deep and lasting impression on me. Your level of accomplishment and your potential is astounding. It's mesmerizing. You're smart, quick, alert, driven, socially conscious, entrepreneurial, demanding, and caring. You are our future. And in seeing you operate, the future is incredibly bright. All of the faculty on this stage, in fact, everyone who works at this university, we are here because of you. And it has been our joy trying to be your offensive lineman, your blocker, your tackler, as you've navigated your academic career. As I stand here looking out at all of you today, mindful of what you've accomplished, I feel confident that you are ready for your tomorrow. Being a historian, I often reflect on how our past can serve to guide and elevate our tomorrows. Not only in the context of the careers that we choose, but in the way that we conduct our lives, how we treat our fellow human beings, and how we contribute to the advancement of our society. Not too long ago, one of our alums sent me a speech that was delivered on commencement night in 1848, some 170 years ago here at GW. The audience was the first gathering of the GW Alumni Association. The speaker, Robert Cushman, was one of the very first graduates of the Columbian College. Cushman graduated in 1825, just 3 short years after the Columbian College first opened its doors. Now, you guys, you wouldn't have recognized this place at all. There were just 3 faculty members, 1 tutor, 1 building, 30 undergraduates. Now, brace yourselves, guys. Undergraduate tuition was $60 a year. Yeah, I know, times have changed, guys. But Cushman went on to be a distinguished educator and minister. And on that warm, probably mosquito-ridden evening in 1848, he delivered a powerful message that is as relevant now as it was back then. He said, and I quote, "The things which are really essential for a successful life are not circumstances, but qualities. Not the things which surround a man, but the things which are in him. Not the adjuncts of his position, but the attributes of his character." End quote. Through his words, Cushman was emphasizing the role that deep principles play in guiding our life choices, noting that those choices are not merely about, quote, the selection of the objects to be aimed at, but the means of reaching them, end quote. The past helps illuminate moments in time, both past and present. And when Cushman spoke to that group of 27 alumni, his listeners were most likely anxious about the times in which they lived, not unlike today. It was a contentious period in our nation's history. We were a union divided, at arms, feeling uneasy about what was to come. The Mexican-American War was drawing to a close, while another more divisive war loomed on the horizon. The injustices and the immorality of slavery were tearing at the very fabric of our young democracy. And women, who would hold their first march for voting rights later that year, they were beginning to question the very essence of their roles in our society. In 1848, it would have been unimaginable to see the diversity that I see before me today here at GW. GW did not admit its first female students for another 40 years. and it would remain racially segregated until 1954. So that brings us back to today. We are now at another critical moment in our history. We are struggling, we're grappling with who we are, how we fit into this global world. We are polarized, divided. Our biases often fueled by disinformation. Our differences magnified by misunderstanding. And perhaps most troubling to me as a historian and as an educator, the immeasurable benefits of deep knowledge, of careful analysis, of thoughtful collaboration and transparent dialogue are being undermined. But as is often the case in history, challenging times can lead to fresh opportunities, enlightened pathways for positive change. And you, as newly minted graduates of the Columbian College, you are the change makers. You can determine what happens next. To coin the words of our recent distinguished visitor to campus, French President Emmanuel Macron, that was a fantastic visit, quote, "You will be the one to decide," end quote. You can choose a path of positive engagement, constructive collaboration, principled decision-making, because you have cultivated an agile and exploratory mind, one that recognizes the power of diversity and the pressing need for a thoughtful and open exchange of ideas and information. Through your education, you are now equipped with the reasoning and analytical skills to think broadly, to appreciate humanistic approaches, to arrive at innovative solutions to problems that draw from a rich and vast array of knowledge. During your time here at GW, you have not been restricted by the rigid rules governing both the curriculum and student life of Robert Cushman's day. Instead, you have been exposed to an engaged liberal arts, where the focus is on cultivating deep learning, lateral thinking to animate the mind, and where you are prepared to be productive citizens, ready to contribute to the world around you. Graduates of the Columbian College class of 2018, this is your time. We need you now more than ever. You are our future innovators, humanitarians, lawyers, politicians. You are our educators, scientists, social workers, communicators, artists. And while you are graduating into a world that is rife with conflict and complexity, it is also one that is full of opportunity, where everyone is an entrepreneur, where everyone is becoming more increasingly wired and connected, where employment can be found in almost every sector of our economy, public, private, nonprofit. This is your time to be thoughtful, to be informed, to probe, to ask questions, to allow your ethical and moral compass to lead you to an honest, engaged, and meaningful life. As Robert Cushman alluded to so many years ago, don't gauge your success by the things you accumulate or how high you climb the career ladder, but by the quality of your life and how through small acts of kindness or even grand gestures, you are moving our global society forward. You are the change makers, and this is your time. Graduates, all of us on this stage wish you all the best as you embark upon the next leg of your exciting and exhilarating journey through life. We know that you will accomplish great things. Once again, on behalf of the Columbian College, on behalf of the George Washington University, congratulations, class of 2018, you did it! And this university, this audience of witnesses, we are incredibly proud of you. Congratulations.
Graduates, please remember to wear your Columbian College medal tomorrow at the National Mall, and when you are introduced and recognized by the Dean, I trust that you will let everyone in Washington know that you are present. A sincere note of thanks to those who helped make today special for all of our graduates, including the staff in the Dean's office and the Smith Center, and especially Professors Jacobson and Olson for introducing our graduates. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, as you leave the building, please be mindful of your safety and that of your party. You'll be exiting onto a busy street full of city traffic. Rather than linger for photos and greetings nearby, we recommend that you move to the open space in the University Yard or Kogan Plaza or across the street in the steps of Funger Hall. To close our program, we ask everyone to join in the singing of the Alma Mater, led by two of our graduating seniors, the words and music of which you will find at the end of the program. Immediately after, this year's distinguished scholar, Jacqueline Dyer, will come forward and accept the school pennant from Dean Vincent. Following this symbolic act, signifying the conveyance of knowledge from one generation to the next, Jacqueline will lead the platform party and the faculty from the arena. We will appreciate your kindness in remaining in your places until the conclusion of the program and the Dean's party and faculty have left the arena. And now would you all please rise.